Our team came out with good energy tonight. I thought they played with a lot of fire. I think that's two solid games we put back to back. Some didn't think we played real well at Baylor. Some people forget how good Baylor is. We were down by 4 with about 5 or 6 minutes to go, and I take a little offensive that our kids didn't play hard when they go into a venue like that and play that competitive to the number 3 team in the country. So really proud of the way that we came out to the basketball game tonight, the way we shared the ball, the way we distributed the ball. Thought by far, and she's had some special games, but I thought it was the best game Lauren Goodwin's played, where she scored the basketball, got it to open shooters, really made great decisions. We corrected some things on rebounding. Somebody told me, I didn't see it for sure, that they had 0 rebounds 32 minutes into the game, 0 offensive rebounds, and finished with 5. I don't know if that's an accurate stat or not, but I always love having 5 people in double figures. Our ball movement was good. The 3 shooters shot the shots they needed to shoot. We had a good balance between inside and out. We got to get a lot better defensively. There's no question. They went downhill on us too much, got north and south, and we lost some people in the zone. But thought the effort was good and liked the balance and the way we shared the ball.
Do you feel this was the most balanced offensive approach from your team this year? 34 points in the paint, 27 from 3-point range, 21 from the free throw line. They were scoring from all directions.
I think it's as good as we've been since UCLA. I thought we were pretty good against UCLA of having an inside-outside game. And Kaylee Jensen had a very, very efficient night, 13 shots and ends up with 23 points, 7 for 7 from the line, one rebound from having another double-double. And she set out quite a bit of the, third quarter or second quarter in foul trouble, maybe both. So I thought she had a very productive night, and it was good to see Jaden Hobbs break out and make some shots. And she'd be the first to tell you that Lauren found her and got her in a good position to score the ball.
Big thing was with Hobbs, she also had 5 assists. How big is that to almost have 2 point guards out there for you guys right now?
Well, that's the reason I started her, because she's probably the best of getting the ball to Kaylee Jensen. And we need somebody that's willing to do that, and she's probably the best that we have of feeding the post to the proper hand, the right time. Is it a pop pass? Is it touch pass? So that's why she's on the floor.
What was kind of the message to the team before the game? You guys came out against Baylor, you said close game, but then this game kind of seems like you guys were just pushing the action, pedal to the metal the whole time.
We're better when we run, and you know, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to try to run with Baylor the way they are, and they're a high volume team, and they shoot 53, 54%, and their post shoot 67% from the floor. They lead the Big 12 in 3 points, so I think you got to be smart about when you run and how you play. And Lowe really got in a good flow tonight of pushing the basketball and finding people. And then when we didn't have it, we did a good job of executing sets. We were a lot better in half-court offense than we've been in a long time. And thought Mandy Coleman had a nice stretch there where she had 4 free throws in a row that gave us a little separation. And Braxton Miller, very solid night. I like the fact that we kept him on the offensive boards, and we had a low number of turnovers.
Speaking of offensive rebounds, you guys have 7 in the first half and averaged 2 points per second chance. So essentially you were getting a bucket every time you were getting that offensive rebound. How big is that for this offense to be able to, you know, turn those offensive rebounds into extra points, extra looks? This
has been a program that's always really pushed the idea of offensive rebounding. Great offense isn't over until you crash the boards, and we were very productive. Mandy Coleman did a nice job getting to the boards. Tosh didn't score, but she had 6 rebounds and 3 offensive rebounds, and that's her role on this team, and she embraces that. So I thought she was very good at Baylor in her point production, and tonight I thought she did a great job on the offensive boards. Again, we got to get better defensively. They run that dribble drive, and we let people get downhill on us too much. So February is about who's committed to getting better in practice every day. It's a grind. Everybody's tired. Everybody's got some dings. Everybody's hurt a little bit. It's about the tough-minded people. And right now, you know, I see Baylor winning this thing, and Texas is solid. You know, as far as going to the NCAA tournament, and the rest of us are fighting for our lives every time out.
As a father, do you have any advice for Landry for prom, taking your daughter?
Yeah, he needs to drive because she doesn't drive very well. So, no, I'm proud of her, and Landry Gum is a special young man that has been around our program for a lot of years, and he's very dear to our heart, and that was a fun night.
Talk about it, also the pink night, the play for K, and I know they set a record donations with over 6,000 from the fans tonight. Just the importance of these games for your program. Well,
it's for a fantastic cause, and all of us and everybody in this room has been touched by that on somebody that we love. So the work of K. Yale Foundation and Jimmy V Foundation and those things is just incredible, and I know our kids like wearing the pink uniforms, and it's a special night, and it's always important to give back, but it's important to realize that you got people fighting to win a basketball game, but you got people fighting to win a bigger cause than a basketball game too.
You mentioned Mandy Coleman a couple of times. I want to talk to Lauren about her. She says she does a lot of little things that maybe don't show up in a box score. What are the important parts that she plays for this team? Well,
she's a leader. She's a quiet leader, but she passes the ball well. She knows what we're doing. She probably has the highest basketball IQ of anybody that we have on the team. And when she plays well, and it doesn't have to be 18, 20 points, but when she plays well and she's solid, our team is at a different level. And she understands the system and program. She's played a lot for 4 years, been a 3-year starter, and she's very unselfish, and probably too unselfish. But Braxton or Lowe's exactly right. She does a lot of little intangibles that don't show up in the scorebook.
What were your thoughts on Kayla Jensen kind of responding to being named to the Lisa Leslie Award list and had a pretty good performance?
Well, she's very deserving of that. She's put up great numbers over the last few years in one of the premier conferences in the country, and to lead the Big 12 last year and scoring and rebounding and double-doubles is a big feat. So she's proven that she deserves those accolades. And then she kind of had to learn to play with really good guards, and there was more, the scoring was going to be spaced out more. But I think she's probably averaging 22, 23 in conference play. So she's upped her game in Big 12 play, and that's what's so important about her game.
We've talked before about the need to get some bench production. I'm guessing going on the road for a couple of games here this next week, that'll be stressed again as well.
You know, we're trying to get some people going, and we need to have that going. We need to give some people some rest, because some games are going to be coming fast and furious for us, and we got to have some people, and it may be just a role of blocking out and rebounding the basketball. It may be getting the ball to open person. It may be defending. We would like to got Maria a little bit more involved. We need to have Carly step up and hit some shots. Thought she had some good looks, and just waiting for some kids to break out. But we need some bench production, no doubt.
Anything else, guys? All right, thank
Thank you, guys.
Kayla Jensen, Lauren Goodwin for questions, per usual.
Thank you.
No problem.
Do you feel this was maybe one of the best balanced offensive attacks for you guys this year? 34 points in the paint, 27 from three-point range, and 21 from the free throw line.
I would have to say yes. We did a good job feeding inside out. Lauren was penetrating a lot tonight, and when she got stopped, she was able to kick it out for an open shooter. So, all in all, it was a pretty good job by the whole team.
Obviously, important as well is the fact that both your freshmen, Hobbs and Miller, knocked down those three-pointers, kind of loosened up the things for you down low, didn't it?
It did a lot. It helps that you can't double team all the whole game because we do have a threat from the outside, and so when they step up and hit those shots, it makes my job a lot easier.
Both of you, what are the important things that Mandy Coleman provides? She kind of filled up the stat sheet a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I think she rebounds a lot, and she does the little things that nobody really sees. And in transition, a lot of times she sets a 41 screen, gets me a lot of open looks. She's a leader for us. She gets on the boards. I mean, she stepped up today, hit a step back three at the buzzer. I mean, just the things that she does can't really be replaced. So we're really happy that she's on our team instead of the opposing one.
Kayla, do you see anything? Is there anything else beyond that? I know she covered a lot.
She did. I think she covered all of it. She did a good job about that. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is she is a leader for us, and she's been good about helping the younger players on our team just kind of find their role and just helping everyone kind of fit into the program.
How important was it to also come back at home and get a win against one of those bottom-dwelling teams right now after that struggle against Iowa State last time out here?
I think it was really helpful. We were kind of lacking energy in our past couple games, and I think we kind of found it again. And I think this was a really good win before we do go on the road and take on our other opponents next week.
How much do you think maybe that close one at Baylor maybe helped bring the energy back up? The fact that you guys were in it there at the end on the road.
Mm-hmm. I think it was actually really helpful. It's always nice to be within 6 or 5 to Baylor at the end of that game. It's nice that you can compete with the top people in your conference, and so it is a confidence booster that I think we really needed.
Yeah, I think it was good to play against Baylor and be able to come on our home court against Kansas for our pink game and just really show our fans that we're ready to play and bring energy in front of our home crowd. I think that's really important, and I don't think we did that against Iowa State, so I was happy with our performance tonight. I think we were really accurate. We moved the ball a lot. We were talking. We had a lot of energy, and that's something we've been lacking, so I was excited about tonight.
Coach always puts an emphasis on rebounds. You guys each had 9, so how do you guys think you guys were doing on the glass? What do you guys see from the whole team, basically? You guys out-rebounded them by 21, so.
I think that we just were really crashing the boards. It was kind of hard to get offensive rebounds because we were hitting a lot of shots,
right.
But I think defensively we're able to just get quick rebounds and quick outlets and get easy layups.
And just kind of add to that, I think kind of knocked us down a notch when we gave up 21 offensive boards to Baylor last game, and so that was kind of one of our main focuses again in this game. 21 was way too many for any team to get against us. If you put a body to somebody, they shouldn't get that on you. And so I think that was one of, I think especially for the post players, just like a main focus was to block off this game.
Only gave up 5 offensive rebounds this game. I'm sure that's something that Coach Littell's will be happy about.
Yes,
when he looks at that one.
He was. Yeah.
You two are the 4th highest scoring duo in the NCAA this season. What kind of chemistry do you have together, just scoring wise or playing together?
I think she just kind of knows we just know where each other's at, I guess. And it's actually kind of nice that did develop like that. She's only been here for so long, but it's kind of like we've been playing for kind of a while together. She's like that lob that you gave to me at the end of the first quarter. Just kind of knows where I'm at. I know where she's at. If I get doubled, it just works out for us.
Yeah, I think just playing together in Australia and just over these past few months and reading each other and being able to learn what we do in practice and against the scout team and just really I think just playing and learning through it, because I think at first I haven't played with bigs that skilled, can step out, shoot the 3, and so I was just trying to get used to everything, and I think now we're getting in a really good groove, and it's exciting because it's conference time and we're getting into conference tournament and things like that. So I'm really happy with our team tonight. I'm really happy that I get to play with really good players like Kaylee and the rest of my team.
Hobbs was trying to push you for most assists tonight. She had 5. How beneficial is that for you? The fact that she's starting to develop that game as well, to where you almost have 2 point guards out there at times.
Yeah, I think it's really good for our attack, because a lot of times if I'm driving and I'm kicking to Jaden, they'll pick her up if they start to pick up on that, so she can kick it back out to somebody else and drive an attack, or she usually throws it in on inbounds and finds me right away if I'm open. So it's kind of a duo thing. I find her in transition, she gets me on inbounds. So it's really exciting to play with Jaden, and she did really well tonight, hit a lot of threes.
Was that a pretty good birthday present for you?
Yeah, I was really happy that we won on my birthday, and it wasn't just an average win. I think we really came out with a lot of energy and played to our potential, and that's what we've been stressing on all year, is play to our potential and do what we know we're capable of, and we did that tonight, so that's the best birthday present I could have got. Kobe year.
And then the play for K stuff, how big is it to play? And like, they raised a lot of money tonight, and just supporting people with breast cancer.
I just think it's really big. You know, we come in and we do practices and we think it's so hard, and we think that we have struggles of our own, but when you kind of play for a game like this, an event like this, you like kind of get a step back and realize that there are people with even bigger struggles that you're facing, and so it's nice that you get to play for people that are having hardships of their own.
Yeah, and for people to come out and support us, and maybe they're dealing with breast cancer right now and still come to our games and wear pink in honor of those or their family members that are dealing with that. And we may stress about a bad game, like she said, but it's bigger than ourselves, and I'm really happy that we as a nation, but really everybody in the NCAA supports Play for K and wears a pink uniform, and I'm excited that we get to do that as well.
How big is Tuesday's game at TCU? The first time you guys have got to see them, and you're tied with them right now in 3rd in the standings. I mean, this is a big one Tuesday.
It's huge. It's kind of do or die on Tuesday. Show up or get knocked off. It's going to be a big one. Get us in 3rd place by ourselves, it'll be huge. So be watching.
Going on the road, you know, you're not always going to be able to count on your 5 starters coming through and playing the way that y'all did tonight. Will there be an emphasis to get the bench more involved, especially when you're going on the road the next couple of games?
I think that's kind of been a stress for the coaches and the team kind of all year, is just that bench production is huge, especially once you get deep into conference, and you know everyone's got wear and tear on their bodies, everyone's hurt, and so the more people you can get to produce on your team, the better. And so we're really pushing for everybody to help us out as we continue.
And we lost to Baylor, but our bench did a really good job of coming in and playing well and getting a lot of points and rebounds, and they try to key in on a lot of our players, but there's so many threats on our team that you can't really key in on everyone, and so they came in and were really productive, and that'll be good for this next game since we're going to be on the road, and they'll have confidence to come in and do that.
Well, Tasha Jones seems to have been really aggressive, attacking the boards and stuff. Like, she had a big game against Baylor. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah, she's always been working hard in practice, and I think that it was nice that she continued to do that. She wasn't getting the playing time maybe that she might have wanted, but she just continued to work hard in practice, and when her number's called, she does the best that she can, and she's done a very good job for us, especially these past couple games.
Yeah, I think it's nice for her hard work to finally pay off. I know she went and got shots up and did some things, and it showed in the game. She really had confidence and shot it, and I don't even think she thought about it, just put it up and went at whoever was guarding her and tried to lock up whoever she was defending. So that was really important for our team, her confidence in upcoming games.
Anything else, guys? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.